everybody, how's it going? So today I'm really excited to be checking this out. I've got a brand new 8-slot 500 series rack space from Cranborne Audio. And just waiting to be unboxed here. I've been dying to check this thing out because I think it's really unique when it comes to 500 series stuff. You guys have seen me use a bunch of 500 series stuff on the show before. I, of course, have the IGS Panzer back here. It's a 10-slot unit. This unit is currently at capacity, loaded up with 4 API 512C mic preamps, a pair of Focusrite Reds, as well as an IGS SSL style bus compressor, and a Rubber Bands mastering EQ, which is a solid state Pultec style stepped EQ, and it is beyond compare. I've got so much 500 series gear that I ran out of space a couple years ago, and I've had this amazing Ultra 500 FET style compressor just sitting on the shelf saying, "Play with me, play with me." What's cool about the Cranborne stuff is it works like an expansion module for your recording interface. It's got ADAC in and outs, so you can just hook up a digital light pipe to this thing, and you can send your signals to your hardware compressors and EQs and use them like plugins. What's really cool is the Cranborne stuff also has an analog summing unit on the bottom of the rack, so you can send all your stems out to the analog realm and then combine them there and then back into your DAW. There's been a lot of talk about analog summing versus digital summing, and I'm definitely going to explore that a little bit further in another episode because I think it's something worth checking out. When it comes to summing mics on the way in, I tend to prefer blending a couple mics just even on a cheap mixer board and sending that into my DAW than using the digital summing. You just seem to be forced to make decisions on the fly and you wind up getting really cool tones. Please check out my video, The Greatest Guitar Recording Trick I Ever Learned, for more information on that. Anyway, let's unbox this thing and see what we get. Box is freaking gigantic. Thanks for the packing peanuts, Cranborne. You guys rock. How much stuff did they send me? Holy shit. Looks like they sent me a couple of modules. I think these are their preamps as well as the 800 series rack. Definitely weighs a lot, that's for sure. That could have been messy. Weighs so much it broke my table. Let's see what we got here. Okay, now this is cool. Obviously the power supply. I say nice job on the packing, guys. Everything's definitely away from the edges of the box and it's looking exactly how it should. This is how I expect a high-level piece of audio gear to come. So good job there. Okay, we get a nice manual and we're gonna need that for all the analog summing down here because there's definitely a few different ways to put these into use. They do have pan controls, so I imagine 2 for drums, 2 for guitars, 1 for bass, a couple for vocals, and 1 for whatever else you need. And then that would go to here, I'm imagining. I'm not exactly sure where. But we got a couple of aux sends, a bunch of those, and a couple of headphone outs as well. Now, Cranborne makes an entire audio interface version of this as well for a few $100 more, so you can do like all your tracking right through it and then not have to add in an extra sound card. This version is designed to expand the system you already have. A lot of you guys with home recording interfaces all have ADAT inputs and outputs, and this thing has the ADAT inputs and outputs right here. Non-audio USB power. Cast link, I would imagine, is to link more of these modules together so you can get like a giant analog summer going if you wanted. And we've got mix output. Okay, very good. Aux outputs. Also looks like they sent me a couple of mic preamps. These are pretty damn light in comparison to the other. Ooh, nice vacuum seal. Check that out. Very light for 500 series. That's for sure. Precautions, yeah, don't zap yourself. So handle it like you would computer goodies. Sweet, let's take a peek. And it looks like we got 2 of these. Nice stepped gain controls. Mojo style thump and cream. High pass filter, phantom. Oh, and it's got a high impedance input as well. Doesn't seem to be any kind of major transformers going on with this. This is a lot of ICs I'm seeing, but you know what? Might be pretty cool. It's got a Mojo knob as well, so we can crank it up. We're definitely gonna have to try these out and see just what kind of quote unquote mojo they're putting into the signal path. I'm always skeptical about when you hear audio engineers talk about mojo. It's like, okay, can you define the mojo? Can we measure the mojo? What exactly is this mojo doing and how is it affecting the signal? We'll definitely be cranking these up and seeing what they do. I do like that stepped gain control, so that's gonna be cool for doing stereo pairs. Cranborne installed without too many problems. We hooked up the ADAT controls to my RME Fireface UFX Plus. Again, no issues with connectivity at all. And what's great is that my IGS Ultra 500 finally has a home. The only downside is I now have a giant gaping hole in the side of my desk where other racks used to be, so now I'm going to be looking for other 500 series modules to try out. Now, ultimately, this is just an unboxing first look video. A piece of gear this complex is going to take a couple of weeks to put through its paces, really learn the ins and outs and see how well it integrates into my studio and potentially yours as well. So you can look for it in an upcoming video in the very near future. If you found the video useful, please hit that fucking subscribe button. It goes a very long way into helping out the show. Until next episode, stay home, stay safe, and I'll see you next time.